And ladies and gentlemen, we are here in the finest facilities the Jackrabbits have ever played in the Dodge City Open. Your 13-3 Jackrabbits are taking the field. They will be the home team. Ironically, they will be playing the Dodge City A's, who are actually the home team, but who lost the coin flip and will be our visitors. The 4-1 A's are the home team, as I mentioned, and this is their regular field. It's actually the regular field for the high school here in Dodge City, known as the Red Demons. You can see it out there in the right field wall on that camera angle. I learned here earlier that the Red Demons, this is the only Red Demons mascot in the entire United States, while the Manchester United famously are the Red Demons. If you were to follow the Red Demons in the United States, you could only follow your Dodge City High School team. So Jackrabbits will be taking the field here, and they'll be on the mound is Teddy. Behind the plate is Isai. We'll have Joe at first, and we've got Ricardo at second. We've got Jorge at short, and Gianni at third. In right, looks like we've got Emilio. In center, we've got Jack, and in left, we've got Mason. And we've got the balls in coming down. Call from Isai. And I also need to send the link to the game to a couple of the Teddy's family members. Sarah, if you're listening, make sure that gets to your side of the family. I'll take care of mine. For everybody else, you're probably here because I put it in the team reach. If there are family members that need to get it, please sure to send it on to them. And we waste no time here. Teddy is first pitch is high. Oh, 0-1, strike one. I'm joined in the booth today. That's right, I'm in the press booth. All of this will definitely go to my head by a local who is running the scoreboard. So we got a scoreboard and a swing and a miss for strike two. Teddy with the fastball and then the changeup, maybe the curve there. I am a little high up, so I can't see exactly what each of these pitches is doing. But I complain not because I've got outlets and shade and swing and a miss, and the ball's in the dirt, and we're going to have to throw to first to complete the strikeout. But Teddy with one batter, one out on three pitches. You can of course follow along on Game Changer. If you have to step away from your YouTube stream. This is Mike on the mic. Teddy's my son, and we both have butterflies. Only his go away after the first batter. Mine don't. That ball is popped into left field, right into the sun, and Mason underneath it, and it gets away from him over his head. We're going to have a leadoff double. Or sorry, not a leadoff double, but a double on a misplay there in left field. So good stroke from that batter, and he'll be at second. Number two for the A's will step in. So we'll see a little popcorn from our middle infielders there as they're going to hold the runner on at second. And there's a throw back. He gets back in plenty of time. And Ricardo's going to run that ball back into Teddy. And the next pitch is popped up to the right side. That'll be caught by Ricardo, and a little backhanded snag there out of the sky. Not your standard basket catch you'd want to see on that kind of catch, but with that we have 5 pitches, 2 down, and a runner at second.
2 down, let's hold them, Jackrabbits!
In steps number 9. Big tall 9 here with the blue helmet.
Teddy's in the stretch, and the pitch
And a shot down to third base. It goes right to Gianni, who's going to throw it over to first. And we'll get him. So with that, 6 pitches, Teddy gets 3 outs. The A's strand a runner at second, and we will go to the bottom of the first. 0-0 here in Dodge City. Game 1, opening game of the 14U AA Dodge City Open. We'll talk about Dodge City Open in just a second. But first, I want to give a big shout out to Garrett, who is running the scoreboard again. Huge thanks to him. I can't run the screen, the cameras and the screen, so if you appreciate the scoreboard, make sure that you thank Garrett either in the chat or in a text or next time you see him. If you appreciate the view of first, second, and third base, then you should, and home for that matter, then you should thank Eric and Adam, both of whom set up the cameras tonight and got us going, as I was too busy fawning over the fact that I was in the broadcast booth. But really amazing facilities here for the Dodge City High School team. We have proper dugouts, ladies and gentlemen. They're actually dug out from the earth. It's 2 steps down, all the way around with some fencing. And we have permanent stadium seating here behind home plate. Probably could fit a good 150 folks if you put everybody cheek to jowl. So, and quite the turnout for the A's. Looks like lots of support for the hometown team here. Jackrabbits are kicking off here at 5:30. We're the only Friday night game. I think that gives a chance for the A's to turn out their faithful, as they have. We'll be back on this field at 9 a.m. against the Rattlers, although not our perennial opponent, the Centennial Rattlers. This is going to be a completely different Wichita Rattlers, I believe. Sorry, just the Kansas Rattlers. My bad. So there are 8 teams in this tournament. As it's an open tournament, anybody's allowed to show up. We're the only team from Colorado. There's, of course, the Dodge City A's we're playing tonight. Then the Kansas Rattlers, not sure exactly where they're from. Then we have the Wichita Wildcats, also in our pool. In the other pool, we have there's the Kansas Tornadoes, the Kansas Blues, I believe that's a Texas, maybe a West Texas Mudcats, and the Larn Dirtbags. So we'll get quite the geographic opportunity to play here. And Mason's going to step in. And he's going to face the pitcher here. Pitcher sporting a pink glove. Nice, 52 on the outside corner for strike 1. With Mason up, we have Ricardo in the on-deck circle. Mason swinging the blue Arctic Fire, and he's going to foul that one off to the right side into the backyard of a neighbor here. We are right smack dab in the middle of a neighborhood, and yeah, that's probably going to be a souvenir for that neighbor. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss way in his eyes. Mason goes down on 3 straight pitches for the first out of the inning on a strikeout. In steps Ricardo, and Teddy will step in the on-deck circle. So number 10 will be back on the mound, fixing his hat. Again, it might not be a pink. What was the color we used? What was it? Unicorn something. Unicorn Fire, I think, was the color of the pink bat that we swing. It's not pink, of course, because they're middle school boys. 52, and completely flummoxed Ricardo there. So number 10 on the mound, throwing 4 straight strikes. My guess is he's the ace of the crew with that kind of level. And that one comes into 61, low and away. And that ball is hit nicely into left center. And the left fielder's going to grab it with a little slide on his knees. So 5 pitches, 2 down. This game is moving quickly, ladies and gentlemen. In steps Teddy. And then, of course, we'll put Gianni in the on-deck circle. Teddy needs to get on to give Gianni a chance to swing for these fences here. These are proper high school varsity fences, and we'll get to those in just a second, but Teddy's got to get in. We appeal down to first. And he's going to say ball one. So Teddy didn't go. It's close. We can go back and look at it. Next pitch. Nice curve there. Teddy thought he was going to take that one off the shoulder blade. Broke over the plate, but not, or broke but not over the plate. Has 2 balls and no strikes. And Teddy does that lean out arm thing, which then makes it look like it's a strike when it's not. So it's 2 balls and 1 strike. He's got to stop doing that. And Teddy with foul ball off to the right side. Also in somebody's backyard. I have a feeling that's going to be a
Bring it out, Teddy.
common refrain here.
Left field line.
Teddy in the hole a bit here with 2-2 and 2 down. Number 10 with the pitch.
Good eye.
Heaves it in at 60 but high. And the next pitch. Teddy swings, foul, tips it into the glove of the catcher with a nice grab, and that's it. 3 up, 3 down. Jackrabbits do no harm. In fact, they didn't even get anybody to first base. So we go with that. We go to the top of the second. Nothing score here with the 13-3 Jackrabbits facing off against the 4-1 Dodge City A's.
Go Mason, lock in.
You take a look here on the outfield wall. A lot of hometown pride for the Dodge City Red Demons. Their varsity team was winner of the Western Area Conference Championship there most recently in 2021. You can see on the field. But that shouldn't overshadow the fact that they have a whole stack load of state championships there out on the right field wall, including the most recent one in 2006. Teddy on the mound, he's got 25 innings pitched. He's pitched in 8 games, but 7 of which he's started. He's faced, 120 batters. And he's thrown just short of 400 pitches on the season. He's given up 29 hits, including 23 runs, but only 9 of them earned. So clearly the defense has not done its job. Walked 14, struck out 19, of which 11 of those were looking. He has hit 2 batters, and his ERA is 2.625, which is excellent. His whip, that's walks and hits per inning pitched, is 1.79, so about 2 per inning. A little bit higher than it needs to be. And I'm trying to think, none of the other stats are interesting. Oh, his batting average against. The opposing teams are hitting 287 against him. That is one of the highest on the team, but also he has the most innings. So if you take a look at this gorgeous field here, you'll see that we did have, you may have seen Eastside use advantage of it there. We have a turf infield, and then we have grass outfield. So the ball will move quickly on the ground on the infield, and then we'll respond a little bit slower in the outfield. Jackrabbits return to their positions, and Teddy's comes set for the first pitch at the top of the second. And he throws a changeup there, 54, and fouled off the end of the bat by number 24. Next pitch is high, ball 1. In, swinging the standard Standuishu Marucci to Teddy's third pitch of the at-bat. There's a strike on the inside corner. 24 did not like that, but it was right there at the letters over the paint. And with a 1-2 count here, we'll look for Teddy to throw his curveball. He loves throwing the curveball. Let's see if he goes with it. And he does, and the ball does not curve. Lands up in Isai's glove just above the helmet of number 24, and go to a 2-2 count. ump behind the plate doing a phenomenal job of keeping track of the, or communicating the count. I appreciate that. And Teddy throws a slider in the dirt, or in the turf, I guess, here. 3-2 count now. Important pitch here. You can't let the leadoff batter get on. So Teddy will have to come back to him with a fastball. And he does, and he fouls it straight back. Can we keep that so it doesn't get too hot? Does that help with the breeze? Because I'm freezing. And a ground ball off the side. We're going to try closing the door here in the booth. Beggars cannot be choosers. I love being up here, so I will deal with it. But it's quite a windy breeze cutting through, and that helped immediately. Thank you. What local hospitality we've got there. Next pitch. Strike 3. The ball is dropped, however. We're going to have to thread into first to complete that strikeout. So Jabrell's down there for the completion of the strikeout. So 1 down. Teddy threw 7 pitches to that batter, more than he threw in the entire first inning. 24 kept him on his toes. I forgot to give the defensive alignment. The only substitution we've got in the infield is we do have Jabrell over at first, who you've seen. It looks like we've got, I think Emilio is still in right, Jack still in center, and Chris maybe in left now. And there's a strike at the letters on the outside corner. So it looks like the ump is giving the standard 14U the plate plus the width of the ball. As long as he calls that consistently all night long, we'll all be ready for it. That's what the boys are used to. And that Teddy hung a curveball there out to our left fielder, who makes a show of it, but gets, I think that's Mason again, actually. My bad, that's not Chris. No, that is Chris, number 9. So good job, Chris. That tough son must be giving our left fielders a hard time. So 2 up, 2 down. Man, this game is moving fast. We are here with, I missed the number, number 10. So it's the pitcher. The pitcher's in. So pitcher v. pitcher. Let's see if Teddy can treat him the same way number 10 treated Teddy last time up. Also swinging the standard Ichiro Marucci. Oh, he gets underneath that one, but he's going to pop it straight up. Chris having a hard time finding it, gets it, and it lands in his glove for the 3rd out of the inning. So Teddy threw 18 pitches, threw 2. Remember, coaches challenged him to get the first batter out, throw less than 15 pitches an inning, and the first pitch is a strike to everybody. So I don't know if he did that every time that inning, but he got through in just 9 pitches. That's going to be crucial because we're going to need the arms if we're going to win this thing. Likely with 8 teams that we will have to play 5 games over the weekend, 1 today, 1 tomorrow, and potentially 3 on Sunday. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and very importantly, hit the notification bell, that little old school chuck wagon bell, if you will. That'll let you know when we're live. Again, we'll be live at 9 a.m. Central Time. That's 8 a.m. for you in Mountain, and that's 7 a.m. for those grandparents who are out there in the Pacific time zone. If we have any East Coast folks, well, you can do the math. You can add 1. It's only 10 a.m. for you, so plenty of time to watch Jackrabbits tomorrow and still get your Saturday chores done. I get ahead of myself, though. We still have quite a game here where it's a 0-0 as we go to the bottom of the second. Gianni will lead off. And then we'll have Jorge and Isai. When those gentlemen get on, we'd expect to see Aaron. Great to see him back in the lineup after that shoulder injury. And Jabrell, Jack, Chris, and wow, that keeps going. If we get that far, I'll keep going. I forgot we're almost at full strength here. We're just down Isaiah, who's on the unable to play because his coach doesn't want him to play both teams list. However, if Isaiah or Isaiah's family are listening, a big shout out to you guys, and we can't wait till you'll be able to join us back, I believe in early May. So while we're at it, maybe we should talk a little bit about some of the stats we've got here for folks that are up. Let me see if I can find. Gianni's played 16 games. He has had 43 plate appearances, of which 27 were regular at bats. He's batting .444. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. His on-base percentage is .651, and his slugging is 1.075. That's because Gianni has 12 hits, 4 singles, 3 doubles, 1 triple, and 4 home runs. And he leads the team with 21 RBIs. He swings and fouls it off for strike 1. He's scored 24 times. If you've done the math, you can tell that he has had 10 base on balls. But let's not forget the fact that Gianni is the all-time Jackrabbits leader in hit by pitch with 6 this season, and I think something like 27,000 over his career with the Jackrabbits. And a swing and a miss for strike 2. So number 10 is wheeling and dealing. I believe has only thrown 1 or 2 balls to 4 batters here. Gianni better be ready. Next pitch. He is ready, and he pops that ball straight up. And it looks like the second baseman, or the shortstop's going to get underneath it. Oh, and it falls on him. Can't find it in the sun. That sun is, West Kansas sun here is tough as it's going down. So Gianni will take first on the misplay by the shortstop. I don't know if the misplay is the right term, the ball getting lost in the sun. Much like Mason had in the first inning. So whatever you were scoring at home for Mason's, score that same for the shortstop. And with Gianni on first, we have a pop up to the right side. Oh, it gets down, and that's Jorge was the pop up. And we're going to have a play at third. Oh, good relay. Oh, it gets past the third baseman. So Gianni's going to have a chance to come home, and Jorge will round second and get back. So a 1-run scores on pop up to right by Jorge, and then an overthrow, and the Jackrabbits are up 1-0. Jorge's going to call timeout because he's got to remove the armor. And he'll regain his place back at second. You'll see him enter the screen here in just a second. No, Sarah, no, I did not. I forgot to write down the leadoff batter number, so I don't know when we'll flip the lineup over again. Darn it. When will I learn? And Isai swings and misses, strike 1. Aaron, who does have the shoulder injury, will not be able to throw, but can swing a bat. And there's a ground ball right up to second base. And we'll have a play over at first. And we have a play at home. Jorge in. So Aaron with a very productive out. The ground ball to second. He is out, but then Jorge, who is running on the pitch, scores on the infield out. Yeah, folks, I get the message that we're buffering. I think, we're in Dodge City, in the middle of Dodge City. If Verizon has coverage, then I'm going to do my best here. I did try to make some changes so that we could get less buffering, but it may continue to happen. So for those of you that missed, what we had was an infield chopper to second. Jorge from second was running on the throw, on the pitch, and was able to get home on the force out of Aaron at first. So with that, we now have a 0-2 count with 2 down to Jabrell. On deck is Jack. When Jabrell gets on, Jack will step in. Swing and a miss above his eyes. So number 10 works through a couple of miscues and a couple of easy pop-ups to get the Jackrabbits here in the bottom of the second, but not before they plate 2. Gianni and Jorge both come around, and we'll go to the top of the third. Teddy will be back on the mound. And I'll give you your defensive lineups here in just a second.
I don't. The car don't make me go get it.
Coach instructed me to act like I've been here before, but I can't tell you how exciting it is to have an actual broadcast booth. I am high up behind all the stadium seats here and have a great view of the field. So hopefully that translates to calling it correctly. Again, the Jackrabbits playing on a turf infield, or the field here is a turf infield and a grass outfield. Home of the Red Demons. The only Red Demon mascot in the country is right here in Dodge City for the high school. And proper dugouts, fences, 2 steps down, the whole shebang. Proper professional look here. All right, Teddy on the mound. His battery mate is Isai. Joe back at first. Ricardo and Jorge up the middle, and Gianni out at third, where he does collect his mail. In right, what do I got out there? I think that might be Emilio again, Jack. And then looks like Chris is back in left. Apologies, it looks like Mason is in right. I just turn around, he's number 3. So ball returned to Teddy. Number 15 will step in for the A's. Up making sure, the first base ump wasn't quite in position, so now we're gonna reset. Home plate ump says play ball. Swing and a foul ball. So number 15 here swinging quite the bat. I wish I kind of do miss Aaron because I can't identify it. It is a rainbow of colors, if you will. It's got a yellow and reds and greens and then blue tape. So, and a little shot down to first base, and Joe's going to grab it, and he's going to take it unassisted. So 3 unassisted for the first out of the inning. This is a USSSA tournament, sanctioned tournament, so we're going to need a little refresher on the rules, including number of innings pitched available, as well as anything with like a mercy rule or anything else like that. Now, we're obviously in no danger of a mercy rule here with just a 2-0 lead, but we'll probably be interested in the number of innings our pitchers can pitch. There's a beautiful fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. And the next pitch is a ground ball right back to Teddy. And he's going to grab it and do a nice little flip to first. And the runner is out. And with that, we got a 1-3 put out for the second out of the inning. Number 57 will step in. Looks like he's swinging the Hype Fire. Maybe not the Hype Fire. If it's the Hype Fire, it's either an older version or a new version, but not the version that was so full of controversy last year. Regardless, the bat is ready. 57 sees the first pitch from Teddy. Swing and a miss. Healthy cut there, just didn't quite catch up with it. Second pitch of the at-bat. That ball is a curve that floats in high. And the next pitch, comes in much too high.
You got it, Teddy.
Another fun little fact, ladies and gentlemen. I'm up here in the broadcast booth. The windows are open, and I've got my on-air sign hanging out the front so people know what's going on. Oh, that ball was away. Ball 3. Teddy, for the first time tonight, looking like he doesn't have command of his pitches. Everything except for the fastball on this at-bat has been not all that competitive. Swing and a miss. 57 helping Teddy out there. I'm not sure that's going to be strike 2. More likely to be ball 4. But we'll take the help. With a close game like this, all help is appreciated. Swing and a miss, strike three. And Eastside throws the ball down the left field line to celebrate, but it just gets away. It's not great.
You like it, Eastside?
And not our strongest show of defensive prowess. But with that, doesn't matter. Strike three. That is all for the A's in the bottom of the second. As we go to the top of, that was the top of the, that was all for the A's in the top of the third, excuse me. As we go to the bottom of the third, we should expect to see Jack, Chris, Emilio, and Joe. With those four getting on, then we'll flip the lineup over and we'd see Mason. Number 10 back on the mound, wheeling, dealing. So Teddy has 28 pitches through 3. And I suspect number 10 here is in the similar vein. Our boys have been swinging. There haven't been a lot of long at-bats. So again, popping along nicely. When was the last time we were 30 minutes into a ball game and we're in the bottom of the third? Many of the Jackrabbits are staying at the same hotel. The boys this morning had a lot of fun in the pool. By that, for 13 and 14-year-old boys, basically means pushing each other and dunking each other. My understanding, was a lot of fun. We just drove in. Teddy and I just got in today. There's also some fishing, which the boys were successful at. And Jack in, our sole left-hander. And number 10 will come with the ball and a ground ball down the first base line, but foul.
Come on, Jack, let's go.
So number 10 here is on his 25th pitch, which is impressive. All the way through 2 innings and the first batter here. Jack with a foul ball off to the left side. That one might be in the street there, actually.
Go. Right field line.
And a little ground ball over to the shortstop. He's going to pick it up and fire it to first. And that's not a great angle for short. I should use the second base angle, shouldn't I? Yes, I should. All right, good to know. And Jack grounds out. 6-3 is the put out. And Chris will step in.
Go, Chris.
Chris Benton, 276 on the season. He takes strike 1. Does have 8 hits, 5 singles, 2 doubles, and 1 absolutely towering home run. He's got 6 RBIs. Next pitch. Ball high. Swing and a miss. There's a 53-mile-an-hour pitch there.
You got it, Chris. Here we go.
Drive one out there.
Wish I had a chance to talk to the coach of the A's and find out if 10 is their ace or not. And swing and a miss. Strike 3. The 61-mile-an-hour pitch. Low and in. So 2 up, 2 down for the Jackrabbits. Number 10's been excellent on the mound. Induced a couple of weak contact hits. Nobody's really driven the ball whatsoever. The center fielder and left fielder have had nothing to do. And Emilio will take his place in the batter's box. He's swinging the high fire Arctic. In the on-deck circle is Joe. So we really need Emilio to get on here so we can Trying to work our way on flipping the lineup over. 10 misses outside. My gun said that was 61. Swing and a miss. And strike two. Oh, sorry, strike one. And the next pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike two. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 down. So we got Deuces Wild here for number 12.
Watch that ball hit the bat, Emilio.
Oh, number 10 thought that was strike 3. It was wide. Not take it to a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 down. So this is the payoff pitch right here for Emilio. Emilio way up on the plate. Not giving himself a lot of space inside. Oh, strike 3 on a strike right there at the letters across the plate. Jackrabbits don't even feign to be a problem. They go down 1, 2, 3. With that, we go to the top of the 4th. I'm going to go confirm we only play 7 innings because at this rate we're only going to be playing for like an hour. So I'll be right back.
Gotta get some balls in play.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending our game tonight. We have found an iPhone. If you're looking around for your iPhone, we have it. So come up here and identify it, and we'll give it back to you. Additionally, if you are 12 or younger, we want to throw an additional fun task for you. If you are 12 or younger and you retrieve a foul ball that goes out of play, bring it to the broadcast booth and we will give you gum. Lots of gum. Don't tell your parents. If you're 12 or younger, if you're 13 or older, go buy your own gum.
He found the mic.
I'm like, who gave that man a mic? Give Mike the mic. Who gave him the mic?
Those kids, they're going for it. They're running for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, they just gave me the microphone. I was the on-field announcer. We found an iPhone and we're trying to find the rightful heir. Also, fun fact, if you are Dodge City Open and you're 12 or younger, you can get gum for retrieving foul balls. So how fun is that? Now with that, we go to the top of the 4th. Teddy on the mound. The first pitch, swing and a miss by number 4. Nice breaking ball from Teddy to start off the at-bat with a strike. As I mentioned, Coach wants him to start off everybody with a strike. Can you describe it? And the next pitch. Swing and a miss. That was a nice slider.
Good pitch.
Let's go, Teddy.
Hunter.
Teddy now with the 0-2 count. That's all right. You were busy with the other thing. And ball in the dirt there. I think Teddy was trying to get number 4 to go swinging. Number 4 not tempted. Yeah, but he seemed very earnest about it. That he was. All right, and the fourth pitch, the at-bat forthcoming, is outside. Eastside thought that might have been strike 3, but it was pretty clearly outside. So number 4 with his Rawlings now has got a 2-2 count. Calls timeout, gets himself set. It's hard to dig yourself in here in the turf, but he's trying. And a nice shot up to Jorge at short. Who's going to throw it over to Joe at first? And they get him. So 1 up and 1 down for Teddy there. And number 18 for the A's will step in. I think the defensive alignment stays the same. Oh, no, we have 12 in right field. Who is that? Is that Emilio? And
Mason, be ready.
Jack still in center. And I think Mason in left now. Teddy with a beautiful 56-mile-an-hour curveball there. Started over the plate and broke away. 18 gave up on it, but not before it caught the edge of the plate. Oh, 52 slider had number 18 but ducking out of the way. It broke over the plate, but broke over the plate, but didn't catch enough of it for a strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike. And that's a shot out to right field in front of Emilio, and he's going to pick up and turn it over to Ricardo. So I believe maybe the first hit for the A's today. Nice little blooper there to the right side. Number 2 will step in. He's swinging the icon.
Turn 2 infield.
Give that man his gum. Runner's going. Eastside pop. Throw down. He's going to be a little short. Runner's in safely. Ooh, that is some double bubble, and it smells like double bubble. Wow. I might have just got cavities just by breathing. I don't think that's a game ball. He cheated. Do we need to clarify? It needs to be a game ball?
Well, it's a high school game ball. That's our game.
Oh, it does have high school, yeah. And there's a pop fly out to the right side. Emilio's got to get on it. Foul ball. Good call by the home plate ump, who was halfway down the line there, keeping track of it. Emilio did not get a good jump on that. Had it fallen, we certainly would have had a runner score from second. As it is, I think it's a 1-1 count right now. It is 1-1. He just signaled 1-1 because that first pitch was a ball. The runner's second, decent sized lead, not going anywhere though. Teddy's curveball just not breaking enough to catch enough of the plate for ball 2. And a shot, nicely torched down the left side. The runner is going to be held at third.
Way to hold him.
And we'll have runners on the corners, and the Jackrabbits in trouble for the first time all night. Teddy has been virtually unhittable, now giving up back-to-back hits. And there's only 1 down. It's a good stroke there by the A's. Batter number 9 will step in for the A's with 1 down and a runner at third and a runner at first. Let's see if we have any trick plays on. B-side just throws down. If Teddy throws over, he doesn't go. And we're going to let the runner go at defensive indifference down to second. So now 2 runners in scoring position. The tying run just 180 feet away. Jackrabbits are going to need to get either an infield out here or oh, Gianni lets the ball go underneath his glove, and that's going to score 1, and we're going to have runners on the corners again. He did not get his body in front of it, and the A's plate their first run of the game. 2-1. 24 will step in for the Jackrabbits. For the A's. And the Jackrabbits in search of something here. They're really in search of, I don't know, a little bit of energy, a little bit of vim and vigor, fire, something. And let's throw it first. Oh, Joe grabs it. And the runner goes. There's a strike on the first pitch. And again, the defensive indifference, the runner will take second. So tying run at third, go ahead run at second, and only one down. Teddy's got to bear down here and strike out this batter, I think, at this point to ensure that we have. There it is. There's a foul ball down the third base line. And Teddy in the driver's seat with an 0-2 count. Now, I suspect we have been through the lineup at this point, and so everybody's seen Teddy's stuff. Hopefully they've talked about it in the dugout there on the A's side. And you can tell they're just swinging a more confident bat on him the second time through the order. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and a very needed second out of the inning for the Jackrabbits. Teddy sends 24 back to the dugout. And I apologize, they haven't batted through because here's a lefty, number 22. We haven't seen a lefty yet from the A's. So the bottom of the order for the A's doing some damage. Usually that's not where damage comes from, but the A's apparently good from top to bottom. Ball high and away. And the next pitch. That ball is also away.
Come on, Teddy, you got it.
Bring it down a little, Teddy.
Teddy apparently struggling with confidence to throw into a lefty. Both pitches have been really non-competitively outside. And a little ground. Oh, foul ball off of the ankle. He doesn't have any armor on whatsoever, and that is going to sting. So we're going to have a little timeout. Coach is going to come down and check in on him. Teddy will have a conversation with his infielders, maybe the ump. And we're kind of pointing to where the injury's at. He's 22's nodding his head. He's a gamer. He's ready to play. He's feeling it. Some light applause from the audience for 22's toughness. And with that, the ump says 2-1 and tells the Jackrabbits to get going. Joe's going to have to hustle back to first. Defense better be ready for play here. And a shot down to Joe. He knocks it down. He picks it up and he takes it one unassisted. So Jackrabbits give up one. The A's threatened but didn't score anymore. And it's a 2-1 game here in the bottom of the fourth. Jackrabbits need a lot more runs if they're going to breathe easily here in the opening game of your Dodge City Open 14U AA tournament. And I got too fancy for my own britches. My on-air sign fell out the window, so I had to go retrieve that. We'll have Joe leading off, and then that will flip the lineup over to Mason, Ricardo, and Teddy. So Jackrabbits not really having much luck at all against number 10 here. Joe will be leading off the inning, usually for many years our leadoff hitter, so this won't feel strange to him at all, but under a new mandate to be swinging earlier in the counts. And there's a strike right there. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Joe. 10 from the windup. Swing and a miss. My gun said 63 right there. Didn't really pop the glove very much, but Joe was behind it, so I wouldn't be surprised if number 10 hit 63 on the gun. That'd be the fastest he's thrown all night. And swing and a miss. Strike 3 to Joe. The 40th pitch of the evening for number 10. So Jackrabbits at the back of the top of the lineup here. Oh, 1, 2, 3 went in order in the first inning, so they've got to change that. We're going to make this, give ourselves any breathing room. Right now, a lot of pressure in this opening game. Whoa, Mason, swing and miss at a 63. Pulling his head, pulling his body, he's pulling his hips. He had no chance of making contact with that. Swing and a miss. 54 on the outside corner. I don't know if 10 took a little off that one a little bit. And a foul ball right through the legs of the catcher. That was kind of a funny shot. So Mason out with the 0-2 count. I did confirm it's going to be 7 innings or an hour 45. We are definitely not threatening an hour 45. We're not even up on an hour yet. I think we're more likely to threaten 7 innings. And that 62-mile-an-hour fastball is outside for ball 1. And Mason's going to take that pitch high, 2-2. So battle back now a little bit to a even count. Put a little more pressure on the pitcher to make the pitch here. That ball, I think, was a curve because it had Mason buckling, but it didn't get over the plate. Ump doesn't really like that inside curve that doesn't really get a big sweeping move. With a full count now, here comes the pitch. And that ball's low, so Mason does come back and get himself, oh man, how long did I have that picture of third base up? Get himself a walk. The first base on balls for the Jackrabbits tonight, and the first one surrendered by number 10. Ricardo will step in.
Pick a line, pick a line.
Ricardo wearing an undershirt, so it's hard to see his last name there on the jersey, but trust me, it's Ricardo. Mason with a decent-sized lead, and he's going to go. And we'll see if the throw gets him. And throws to the third base side of the bag, and Mason's going to be able to get in safely. So now a...
Be smart, Mason, be smart.
0-1 count to Ricardo. Woo! 62-mile-an-hour chin music. I don't think that was on purpose at all. Number 10's been able to locate his pitches all day, and there's no bad blood between these teams. Ooh. another ball.
Go, Ricardo.
Oh, 51, floated in there. Ricardo was on it and still swung too early. So nice changeup by number 10 to give us a 2-2 count with one down and a runner at seconds. And that ball's going to be high. 3-2 counts. Teddy in the on-deck circle. Oh, I should have given you some stats on Ricardo. Apologies. Ricardo's
Win this.
leading the team in batting average. He's batting .563. He's got 18 hits, of which 13 are singles. And a little shot. What's that going to be? Oh, off to the right side and not playable by the catcher. I do have to say it's been quite the pitcher's duel in that there is a large backstop here, and neither pitcher has thrown either of their pitches to the backstop. So Ricardo is going to see another 3-2 pitch here. He does have 13 singles, 14 doubles, and 1 home run. He's had 8 base on balls, and he's been hit by a pitch 3 times. We got a timeout. I think that was called by Ricardo. Oh, foul ball off the end. It was a total cue ball shot, but does go foul to the right side. And I think it's picked up by Teddy in the on-deck circle, actually. Oh, it is shot down the left field line and foul.
Come on, you're gonna get
So
one.
Ricardo way ahead on that one.
I know, right?
Rick Sneed. Okay, Rick.
I don't know.
Rick V.
I feel like there's something different.
Walk in right here. You got it.
And the second baseman's holding Mason on. And we're going to take ball 4. And I think Mason was able to get into the pitcher's head a little bit there. As you can see, Ricardo taking off the armor down there at first base. So that'll put Teddy in, and we're going to get a timeout. It looks like a coach is coming in to say hello. And I think he didn't, I think he saw what I saw, which was that the runner got in number 10's head, and then number 10 lost Ricardo on that ball 4. So just a excellent move by the coach here to come out. Number 10's been great all day. He's only at 56 pitches, and he's got plenty of arm left in him. He just has to make sure his mental game doesn't lapse. And I think that's exactly what the coach was doing to come calm him down. Those of you that are parenting a 13 or 14-year-old will know that calming them down once they get a little riled up is an art. It is definitely not a science. Teddy steps in. For some reason, he's not swinging the bat that his Nana and Papa bought him, but he's swinging the electric unicorn bat with runners at first and second. Nothing on the count. First pitch. Teddy pops one out to the shortstop. Infield fly rule. Teddy's out. That was a horrible at bat for many reasons, and we'll go into that in a second. Because he's my kid, I can tell you that. But that was an outside pitch. He pulled it to the left side. Every time you do that, it's a ground ball or a pop fly to the shortstop every time. If it's outside, you got to go with it. And the other was that was all arm. There was no leg. There was no hips. So very useless at bat for Teddy on second out of the inning. Now it all comes down to Gianni to see if we can have some breathing room. Again, number 10 doing a great job of inducing very weak contact. Swing and a miss. 59-mile-an-hour pitch. I think Gianni pulled his head there a little bit. He was swinging for the fences. The fences are 335 down the left field line. Very uneven shaped here. 335 down the left field line. 367 to the left field power alley. 385 to dead center. But then 358 to the right power alley. And only 307 down the right field line. So this is a lefty hitter ballpark for sure. Gianni who has those home runs, tends to hit the ball left center. So he'd have to clear an 8-foot fence at 367 out there just beyond the Y in Dodge City. I'd take a well-hit ball, honestly. And he takes strike 2 right down Colfax. So Jackrabbits just completely stymied at the dish tonight. The few lazy fly balls and a couple of walks. Gianni's going to take 7th hit by pitch. Again, leading the team by miles and the all-time record holder for the Jackrabbits program with 16,331 hit by pitches in his 4 years. That goes bases loaded with Jorge. Jorge is the one who has the one, maybe the best hit of the day, the one real hit of the day off number 10 here. So let's see if he can drive this in with 2 outs. The Jackrabbits will be running on contact, and the runner at second able to get a very big lead. And nice 60-mile-an-hour pitch right at the letters. It looked like Jorge was maybe taken all the way on that one.
Go, Jorge. Basic,
Go, Jorge.
And that's going to be 64 and outside. And a 1-1 count to the stretch. Now goes number 10. And we get a foul ball off, probably to the street. We'll see which 12 and under youngsters are going to retrieve that for us and get themselves the most aromatic double bubble you have ever had in your life. So 1-2 count now. Pressure's on Jorge. We're going to take that pitch. So we got Deuces Wild. We got 2-2-2. Bases loaded, and number 5 is up. Shout out to his mom and dad. Just to let you know that the hats were delivered. We appreciated you meeting us so we could do that. Ball outside. We have a full count. Runners will be going on the pitch. And the payoff pitch is on its way. And strike 3 on a ball on the outside corner. Jorge's got to do better than that. Jackrabbits leave the bases loaded. 10 gets out of a jam. 66 pitches for 10 through 4. Well-pitched ball game for him for sure. Coach Hunter a little dejected coming across, really grumpy. Maybe with Jorge, who should be swinging at that pitch. With that, the Jackrabbits will take the field for the 5th inning. And we'll see. Now we're going to run into a problem where Teddy very effective in his pitch count, but we go by innings, not pitches. So we'll see if Teddy's back out. In fact, Jack has grabbed the ball. And yeah, it looks like he has taken his place on the bump. So we're going to get quite a few changes here. I see some changes at first, and we'll see what else comes to the infield here. But Jack will be taking it. Teddy's night is finished, saving his arm for later in the tournament, I imagine. And a lot of walking by the Jackrabbits here, not a lot of run. Just Chris to center field. Mason giddying up a little bit on his way to left, and Melio in right. Jabril will be holding down a first base bag. Ricardo at second. Jorge, of course, at shortstop, and Gianni at third. And as I mentioned, Jack on the hill, and Isai will be catching behind the plate. Likely that Isai is going to be catching most of this tournament. They are going to try to sub him out on Sunday, but with 1 game on Friday, 1 game on Saturday, he's going to be, I think, holding down the dish back there for those 2 games. Sunday, maybe sub him out a few innings to get him some rest. Yeah, for those of you that stayed home or turned in or are tuning in from not in Dodge City, Us parents have from basically noon until bedtime tomorrow to figure out what to do with the kids, because we have a 9 a.m. game. It'll be over by 11, back to the hotel at, say, noon, maybe after lunch. But yes, I mean, 11, 13-year-old, 12 and 13-year-olds, what could possibly go wrong? Those of you that pray could do a couple of those, and those of you that send good vibes, we can appreciate that.
Jack.
Especially because we want to be good neighbors and good visitors here in Dodge City and not drive the good folks at the hotel kooky. So, our southpaw on the mound gets his first sign and the first pitch. 61 to number 10, the A's pitcher, for strike one. And a shot down to third base. Gianni picks it up, and he's going to make the throw over to first, and he's going to bounce it to Jabrell, who, with the weak throw, it gets past him, and the runner will take first on the throwing error. And 15 will step in. He's got the one that's the bat that is the rainbow bat here. Now, let's see if Jack can pick off number 10 over there at first with his left-handed move. And it's a nice bunt. Oh, it's a beautiful bunt right down the first base line. We do get him over. What great small ball by the A's. 15. You got to be very proud of yourself. That was a beautiful bunt. The runner does get second.
Grab it, Jack.
And there's one down. Not enough teams are playing small ball these days. It's all very popular to hit the ball hard and far, but you know, now the tying run is at second. And we'll have lefty on lefty here. Look at Jack stepped off. Looked like some defensive positioning. We got everybody stand up the middle. Oh, Ricardo shouldn't be that. That's what it was. Ricardo can't be holding the runner on with the lefty up. And that's an interesting move there. Gianni was crashing from third. And if the runner had been stealing, there'd been nobody there to catch the throw. So Coach Hunter noticed the same thing. I don't know if you just heard that, but he just yelled, "Gianni, you can't crash. You got to stay home." In case they do send the runner, got to have somebody there to catch the throw down from Isai. So number 11 showing bunt again. Jack will need to fall off the mound towards third. Jabrell will have to crash on the bunt. As he does there, you can see him coming on your screen. But Ricardo's got to know to cover first. Ricardo's going way back to cover second. Not sure what Ricardo's doing. We need to... So we apparently haven't practiced this from a lefty before. So our defense completely flummoxed. Ricardo not moved far enough over towards first. And they get a bunt down. We could end up with a... The ball goes off the runner. Jorge does pick it up. The runner's in safely at third. So now with a 3-0 count, all that messing around, number 11 in the driver's seat here with a 3-0 count, and Jack really flummoxed by that whole sequence there. I think he's just going to have to bear down and give this one a ride here. 61, the strike. I think 11 was taken all the way. Maybe the A's have the same rule the Jackrabbits do. On 3-0 you take. And we're just a little over the hour mark here. The game has slowed down considerably. And there's a shot to Jorge, who's going to pick it up. He's going to throw it first, and they get him at first, but the error comes around to haunt us with 2 stolen bases. Error, a sacrifice, stolen base, and then the infield out. So number 11 there has got to be feeling pretty good about himself, as the A's have tied it up here in the top of the 5th. Number 57 will step in with 2 outs. Jack on his 10th pitch of the inning. And a shot like corkscrewy to, and he's safe because we didn't know who was going to cover the base over there. So Jabrell didn't know if he should run or if Jack was going to get it. Jack didn't know if Jabrell was going to do it. So Jack needs to run hard regardless, and Jabrell needs to talk early about what he's going to do. With that, the Jackrabbits, that's not really an error, but a mental mistake. But they're going to give the A's another chance to score a run here. Runner first, a decent-sized lead. And he's going to go to second anyway. And they got him by a mile. Great play by Jorge there. He did fall on his back. He goes to check on number 57. But Jack's move to first is so good. So with that, the mental mistake at first causes no harm. The baseball gods give us the out that we probably deserved, but not before the A's do tie the game up, ladies and gentlemen. So with that, it's a whole new ball game. 1 hour and 11 minutes in, and Jackrabbits will have, well, you have it on your screen right there. That's who's up next. Also, can I shout out to the folks in the bottom right corner? Those are our sponsors. Big thanks to our sponsors this year. Helped defray the cost of travel, like travel to this beautiful facility here in Dodge City. We couldn't do it without them. So if you need financial advice, if you need roofing, if you need gutters, who else is on there? There's a few other folks. If you need any of those services, could you first make sure to give them a call and talk to them, maybe take a bid from them, and thank them for sponsoring the Jackrabbits. I see Aaron in the on-deck circle. So that'll be Aaron, Jabrell, and Jack will be coming up this inning. And I'm out of water, so I'm going to go get that. And yes, Sarah, we forgot to bring the ice shoulder pack, but Coach told me that they had it. So I guess I'm hoping Teddy's got ice on his arm down there. I may go check on that as well. I'll be back here hopefully before the warm-up pitches are over. It looks like we got a new pitcher. So same calculus by the A's here for a new pitcher. So 24 is on the bump, and he's throwing 3/4, and he's throwing pretty hard. So let's see how the Jackrabbits handle him. But I'll be back. I got to get water. Well, darn it, everybody was too quick and I was too talky. So Isai's in, I apologize. Aaron's in the on-deck circle. Oh, a little chance of Buenos Ojos. That's the first energy we've seen from the Jackrabbits all day. Let's see if they can keep it up. We need it desperately here in the bottom of the fifth. Then 2-0 to Isai. 24 goes off the back of the mound, collects himself a little bit, gets his composure, puts both feet on the rubber, goes from the windup. And there's a shot into left center field, and it's going to drop for Isai. So Isai with a leadoff single, and exactly what the doctor ordered for our boys. First batter on, and a solid stroke from Isai. He's going to be plenty pleased with himself back at the hotel later. Now, it is going to be upon Aaron, who's missed several games. First game back. Again, bad shoulder, can only swing, can't throw. Let's see if he can at least put the ball into the outfield here. Isai unlikely to steal, but, ooh, Aaron with a bunt. I love that idea. And there's a strike, and a throw is just to the shortstop side. So 18 with a good pop time there behind the plate, but his throw's a little offline, allows Eastside to get in, and I was wrong. We are playing to win, ladies and gentlemen. We got to get runners in scoring position. So does Aaron go back to bunt here with a 1-strike count, or does he got swing away, maybe punch one through the right side here? Don't know what kind of arm strength he's got, so it's all going to be... Oh, Aaron asked for time. Was not granted time. Thankfully, the ball was inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. And my gun said 66. It feels a deceptively slow 66 if that was the case, but I'm also farther away because I'm in the press box, ladies and gentlemen. And there's a shot to the right side, just as I thought it might happen. And we're going to get runners on the corners with Aaron in safely. So Aaron back now, and we like to see that, just poking it through where it needs to go. Runners on the corners, and Jabrell stepping in. It's almost certainly you'll have Aaron running here. Almost no harm in him not running, or him running. If they throw down, you're going to score from third, even if they get him out. And if they don't, then you put a runner in scoring position. So Aaron with a giant lead now. I don't know if he's trying to. What he can't do is get pulled off or get picked off. He's got to stay over there and safe. All right, 24. Back off the back of the mound. Now his foot's on the rubber. He's got a whole routine, 24. Jabrell showing bunt. Unlikely to bunt here. That ball was high. Somebody missed a sign there. Somebody missed a sign. And we'll do it again with a 1-0 count. And there's the throw down. Aaron's going to be out by a mile, but there's the winning run, not the winning run, but the go-ahead run for the Jackrabbits. So it is out at second. Aaron almost the sacrificial lamb there. He's going to go down in the scorebook as thrown out stealing. But we get the key third run of the game to put us up here 1 hour and 15 minutes into our game. Oh, off the end of the bat, he cue balled that. Jabrell ahead on a 63-mile-an-hour pitch. So you're going to have to be just slightly more patient. On a 2-ball, 1-strike count now. And I can't tell you how happy I am to be in the press box because the wind is whipping outside. I'm watching some people lose their blankets off their laps. It's blowing so hard. All right, Jabrell, 3-1. He can pick the one pitch he wants to swing at and otherwise ignore everything else. When we build the Jackrabbits baseball facility there in Bennett, I'm going to insist the coach put in a press box. This is awesome. Next pitch. Swing and a miss, 65 on the outside corner. Had a nice glove side run to that fastball. Good execution by 24 to take us to a 3-2 count. Jack is in the on-deck circle. Strike 3 right there at the knees on the outside corner. So 24 coming out with that 3/4 kind of arm angle gets you definitely a tailing fastball, a glove side run fastball. What that'll mean to Jack, our sole lefty, is that ball will run in on him. It'll start over the plate and then kind of break towards his body. So Jack's going to need to make contact out in front of the plate to do anything with it. Otherwise, it's going to be off his hands. And there it is right there, 65, fastball, tailing in towards Jack. You could see his reaction that he did that. And there's a shot down the first base line. That ball is going to get past the, the good cut. Oh, we get second. We get safe, and he's gonna get second on interference there. The first baseman tripped him, so he gets second base. So Jack went down really hard. You hate to see that with your pitcher, but he's gonna earn himself a double out of that, the hard way. But with a 3-2 lead now for the Jackrabbits and another run in scoring position, it's going to be up to Chris. Let's see what he can do here. And the first base ump just going to his position there in the middle of the field. And we had timeout until he was in the right spot. Jack getting barked at quite a bit. Make sure he does not get himself picked off or some other silly mistake out there with 2 outs. Chris lets a 65-mile-an-hour fastball go right past him. First strike, 1.
Got it. Put one out there.
So with 2 down, Jack will be running on contact. Ooh, good stop by the catcher to make sure that ball doesn't go to the backstop. Again, the backstop here is, kind of baseball regulation in size. It's you're going to run for days if it gets past a catcher, which you have not seen happen by either catcher today. Speaks to their skill level behind the plate and the good pitching we've seen off the mound. Swing and a miss. 64. Chris pulled his head there a little bit. Hard to hit what you can't see.
Confidence, you got it, Chris.
Emilio in the on-deck circle. Strike 3, 55-mile-an-hour changeup right there at the letters. Chris very frustrated with himself. And Chris, frustrated, throws his bat and doesn't. We'll receive a little bit of explanation from coach about why we don't throw our bats even when you're frustrated. I think it was a heave more of it than a throw, but coach is not having any of it. Can't have an aluminum flying around the baseball diamond here unattended. With that, the Jackrabbits are able to put up a third and go-ahead run in the bottom of the 5th, and we'll go to the top of the 6th. So again, hour 45 or 7 innings. So this game, it's really anybody's guess at this point. We had a 5:30 local start time. That gets us an hour 45 would be what, 7:15 local. I've got a 6:53. So probably this is the final inning, but I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. We had some 3 up, 3 down innings, and we've had some longer innings. So with that, I'll be right back.
Let's go. Hold them, Jackrabbits. Let's go.
Whether Chris meant to or not, it looked like it was a pissed off throw. Because you're the third out, you're going to the dugout. Why are you throwing your bat at all? Just run it in.
It's not like someone's bringing me here.
And we've had the ball thrown around. We have a little conversation here between Jorge and Jack. Hopefully Gianni gets over to third base here so we can start the inning. Here we are at the top of the 6th. Jackrabbits 3, Dodge City A's 2. The local team with the bat in hand. And we're going to hit a ground ball over to Gianni, who's going to throw the ball to first. To Joe, gets the runner by a step. Your defensive alignment is Joe at first, Ricardo at second, Jorge at short, and Gianni at third. As you saw, it is still Jack on the mound and Isai behind the plate. In right, we've got Emilio. In center, we've got Chris. And in left, we've got Mason. So, 2 pitches and 1 out there for Jack. Or was it just 1 pitch? Maybe only been 1 pitch. Just 1 pitch. So let's see Jack's first offering here. 62 to number 18. But it's ball low. You can see the sun is starting to set. We're getting some shade dappled across the mound. That makes it increasingly harder for the batters to see the ball, especially any ball that's got movement or spin on it, as it goes from light to dark to light again. We get a foul ball for strike 1. Beautiful 58 mile an hour. I think that was a slider. Started up nice and high and then just dropped off the table. 18 didn't want to have anything to do with it. Jack now, with a 1 ball, 2 strike count, can throw what he wants. What he wants was a changeup, but it floated in too high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He'll have to come back with a fastball here. Unless he's really feeling that slider, then you could call that pitch again. Ooh, foul ball off to the right. Over towards the facilities. Because we've offered gum, there is a mad dash towards multiple small youngins to go get it. A boy came up with it, but a bunch of girls are around him asking for him to share. And that ball is off to the right side, almost the exact same spot. The first baseball retrieved by the young gentleman is going to go right back to the dugout, but one of the girls up there is going to have a chance to get that second foul ball. So Jack with a 2-2 count now from the windup. Strike 3, Isai knew it, and he just fired it down. So beautiful little hitch in Jack's delivery there too, to mess with the timing, I think, for number 18. So that was second out of the inning now. And number 2 will step in. Number 2 is swinging that Rawlings Icon. I think it's the make and model. And that 59 mile an hour pitch is high and away. Ball 1. If anybody has recommendations for a dinner place in Dodge City, you can text them to me, put them in the comments. Teddy and I were so excited for baseball that we drove nonstop from Denver this morning to Dodge City. Didn't only stop for gas. I had 12 miles left on the tank. Actually took it a little close for comfort. I forgot how far apart towns are here in eastern Colorado and western Kansas. Nonetheless, that means that my stomach is growling. So I'm looking for recommendations. If not, the hosts have been phenomenal, and we'll ask one of them where they would go for dinner tonight. My son pitched well, so he'll probably get to pick. Yes, 12 miles. The light came on, and it was not my finest moment. I thought for sure there'd be another gas station at the exit, and there wasn't. So we drove to the next exit, and that was 20-some miles apart. Yes, my local host here confirms there are very few and far between gas stations on the Westerns. And we got the foul ball off the side. Sorry, they were yelling fence, fence, fence. I thought Joe was going to run into it, but they was trying to warn him there. So, but it will give a chance for another one of the locals to earn themselves a double bubble, which has, the flavor lasts roughly the same amount of time between foul balls, really. So good they get a chance to refill here. Ooh, a nice shot to shortstop. Jorge's going to pick it up, throw to first, and that's it. The Jackrabbits are able to get the A's 3 up, 3 down. It is 7 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen. We're an hour and a half. Jack pitched extremely well. 22 pitches that inning. The Jackrabbits will put their helmets on, grab their bats, and try to put some runs on the board. If they're unable to make this bottom half of the inning last 15 minutes, we will go all 7 innings. That's the first time in a long time that we've seen that. Yes, Sarah, I had the burrito somewhere, I don't know, probably an hour into our trip, and then I haven't had anything since. That's not true. The nice folks here gave me some chocolate-covered pretzels, but I'm fine. And we're gonna eat like hogs tonight, because it's the boys' trip, and that's what we'll do. And everybody except the coaches are ready to go. See Coach Hunter trying to take his spot down the third base line there. And we've got Emilio and then Joe. And we're bunting or not bunting on a 65-mile-an-hour pitch. I have no idea what happened there. But Emilio took a 65-mile-an-hour fastball right down Broadway. And that ball is away. 60. .64, ball high. Emilio looks like he's just showing bunt here. And I don't know if Coach is trying to convince him that that's not the sign he's giving him, because he just made him step out again. Reset the signs. Nobody crashing on the bunt. 64. Now it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Emilio shouldn't be bunting here because a foul ball and a bunt is the end. And swing and a miss, 65. He goes down. So Joe will step into the box here. There's not enough time for us to be playing silly games to try to get the clock to go down, I don't think, unless I'm way off. But we really need base runners. Joe shows at a 64-mile-an-hour pitch that's way outside for strike 1. The A's pitchers have been throwing too many strikes for us to try to draw walks here. We're going to need to swing and get some base runners if we want to make this inning last another 11 minutes. With Joe up, it means Mason is the leadoff batter, is in the on-deck circle. And that was a very laissez-faire 66-mile-an-hour strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 1 down. Joe steps in. 24 with the pitch. Swing and a miss. Another 66-mile-an-hour pitch above the brim. I think from up here, looked pretty high. So Mason will step in. Ricardo in the on-deck circle. Again, the A's pitching really struggling. We've had 1 good hit. That was Isai's well-stroked single into left center. And I guess Jack's shot down the line that turned into a double is also one I'd probably put up there. He put good aluminum on that one. Everything else, a couple other lazy fly balls. And otherwise, a couple of base on balls and then quite a few easy infield plays or strikeouts. Swing and a miss at 65. Mason whole back collapsing, his right knee, his hips, his shoulders. So he was shooting for the moon rather than swinging straight there. And that was there, swinging straight, and he made contact. See the difference there, Mason, if you go back and watch? Don't collapse. Pitcher has a new ball.
Base hit, buddy.
We have a 1-2 count with 2 outs. Mason as far back as he can be in the box. He's going to take strike 3. Arguably not there, but arguably a strike. And if you got 2 strikes, you got to be swinging. Ladies and gentlemen, that will take us to the 7th inning. This will be it, regardless of time, because we've only got 7 innings in the scorebook. After that, the page runs out.
Let's go defense.
Jackrabbits 3, Dodge City A's 2. In the event that the top of the inning only goes 9, and the Jackrabbits are able to keep all the A's from scoring, then that would also end the game. So, for those of you back in Denver trying to figure out if you should have dinner or not, I'm encouraging you to wait 10 or 15 minutes for the conclusion of this game.
Jack, you got this, buddy. 3 up, 3 down.
Alright, Gianni, be ready, Gianni.
Gianni, your way. Gianni, your way.
Let's go. Come on now.
Jack begins his 3rd inning of pitching, and that ball is going to fall in amongst the permanent stadium seating here at this wonderful facility, home of the Dodge City High School Red Demons, for strike 1. So Jack now starting his 3rd inning. Teddy had 4. I'm going to need to go figure out what the number of innings we can have in USSSA is, unless, Mark, you're listening and you want to text me, but does potentially cause a little concern for our ability to go long. That ball is shot up the middle. Jorge picks it up. There's a throw to first. Oh, and they would have had him, but it pulled him off. Oh, man, that was some of the best defense we've seen from our middle infielders in a long time, but number, was it 19 there? Looks like he hoofs that out. And not at all what the Jackrabbits need here. A leadoff runner. 24 steps in. So let's see if Jack can pick off the runner at first. I guess number 8, not 18, over there at first. Or if we can turn a double play here. But Jackrabbits need to erase that runner. We got to be smart. Can't overthrow, can't do anything. But statistically, first runner on increases your odds of scoring very well. I don't know. When we were in 12, something like 8 out of 10 runners who got on first scored. Sorry, when the first batter got on, they scored. It gets a little bit better here at 14 year. We can erase some of these folks due to double plays and pickoffs, but Not a good place for the Jackrabbits to be. The A's probably happy as a clam. Here comes the first pitch. And a ground ball. Right back to Jorge at first. And they get it. They get the double play. So it's Jorge at second and the throw it to Jack. Let me try that again. That was a fat disaster for me. A ground ball to Jack. Jack threw the ball to second base where there actually was nobody. Jorge comes sliding over, does the neighborhood tag at second, this kind of you slide your foot along the base while he catches the ball, and then throws the ball to first and gets the runner at first. There was a question from the A's coach there, just confirming that both umps felt good about the call. Both umps assured them that yes, he was out at second, and he was definitely out at first. And we erased that leadoff single, exactly what the Jackrabbits needed. And 22 steps in, so lefty on lefty. Jack tried to throw his curve, it bounced in the dirt there. Isai gets in front of it for ball one. I think that was trying to start him off the curve. Jack doesn't get a chance to throw his curve very often because to a righty it breaks over the plate, makes it sweet, sweet meat to swing at. But to a lefty, it's going to look like it's coming at them and then break over the plate. And there's a shot into no man's land and foul, thank goodness. Woo! I'm not sure we were making that play. Good job by 22 to put his bat out there and take an outside pitch and go with it. You may have heard Coach Hunter yell, "Adjust to it." That's instructing his infield and outfield to look for 22 to hit the ball to the left side. So you can see the center fielder is off. Gianni's now down closer to the line. Jorge's moved over. And that ball is outside. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 down. In the event that Jack is able to retire number 22, that would end the game. A well-fought game between these two teams. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. We need 2 strikes or an out in the field. And there's a ground ball and gonna be a foul ball. Hopefully we worked out what to do and who covers what in the event of a ball to first base. Jorge coming out, talks into his glove, shares something that makes Jack kind of giggle. So some lighthearted affair there for a boy who can be a little bit all business. There's the hitch, and the throw is non-competitive in the dirt. First ball, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Butterflies in everybody's stomach. Vamos, Liebres. Let's do this, Jack. Reminder to hit that notification bell. If you like baseball like this, we'll be back at 9 a.m. Central. Like and subscribe as well. And Jack's going to walk number 22 on a 64-mile-an-hour pitch outside. Hometown crowd pretty pumped on that. Lots of cheers and celebrations, knowing that the tying run is now on base. Number 10 steps in. His day on the mound is over, but his chance to be a hero is far from it. Swinging the Marucci. Runner does not go. I thought for sure they'd send the runner. But it's a ball 1. So Jack now with 32 pitches through his 3 innings, or 2 2/3 innings. It's been a little bit more erratic here in the last couple of batters. 62, but in the dirt. And we're going to get a timeout. I thought we might. Coach does not like what he's seeing out of Jack. I don't know if it's mechanics or if it's body language, but whatever it is, Coach wants to have a one-on-one conversation with Jack. He just waves the infielders off. Isai staying far enough away. Isai coming out to have a quick conversation, confirm something with Jack. I'll try to find him after the game and figure out what this conversation was like here. But with 2 balls and no strikes, the tying run on base, Jack has to throw strikes here. Mound fully covered in shadow, and he does. 61, strike 1 on the outside corner. Jack comes set. The runner goes. Ball's on the dirt. Throw down is off to the shortstop side of the bag, and the runner's in safely. Just when you thought the hole couldn't get any deeper, it's 3-1, and now the tying run is on second. Look over and see Jack's dad in the worried dad pose that we all get for those of us who have pitchers. Strike at the letters. We needed that pitch. Jack executed. A's really taking the game to us here, not letting us go quietly, defending their home turf. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The runner at second will not be going unless he decides to go. And Jack just waiting, and the runner does go, and there's a ground ball over to Gianni at first, or shortstop, and he's safe, and the tying run comes in. So we didn't attack the ball enough on the infield, and ladies and gentlemen, we have a brand new ball game. I told you didn't need to go worry about dinner for a little bit, but we got a whole new ball game to play here. Time is up, but we have to finish the inning. So, since we have to finish the inning, we will have the bottom of the 7th. No. Oh, somebody's dropped dead. We actually are at 1 hour and 47 minutes. So, and the runner is going to second, and he's going to be in safely. So Jack had the move on him, but he was running anyway. Oh, yeah. In USSSA, I have not seen that. They usually finish the inning. So what it means, though, is if you play later in the day, you're supposed to start at 4. You start at 5 because every other game's gone on. We have a defensive substitution. We have Jabrell over at first now for Joe. Go ahead run out at second. And number 15 will step in with the rainbow bat. Now we could have a tie if we go 7. I don't know the USSSA rules. If we go all 7 and we're tied, we might have a tie.
Relax, Jack. You got it.
And a foul ball for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to 15. Jack has to pay attention to the runner at second. Can't let him run easily to third. At the same time, he's got to be focused on throwing strikes here to 15. Between innings, I will go, between the top and the bottom of the inning, I will go find out what happens if we're tied after 7. Jack comes set. Runner going to third. Ball's in the dirt. There's nothing Isai can do with it. Runner in safely. So go ahead runner at third. Isai has to be a wall. Can't let the ball get past him. He hasn't had any get past him all day. No reason to start again, or believe it's going to happen now. From the windup, And we get a strike 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 down. On a pitch right down the middle there. Infield has to knock down any ball that comes their way. Cannot get the grass of the outfield. And there's a ground ball right over to second base. Ricardo picks it up. He throws it to first. And we have a dive down to first, but not in time. That is the 3rd out of the inning. The Jackrabbits are going to go to the bottom of the 7th. They'll either walk it off or I think we'll have a tie. Let me go find out. Vamos Liebres.
You come here to play games like this. I told him to stop. I wasn't going to talk. Attack the fastball, go get it, right? That's all. That's all. Try and find some place then to send us.
Good question.
No, it's after this. We're done.
We time. Yeah, time was after time. Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, I did confirm USSSA rules. It is over after this inning. And the first pitch is high to Ricardo. Ricardo, Teddy Gianni will be up after the A's had a 2-out rally to tie the game. And there's a 67-mile-an-hour pitch outside. And the next pitch, also outside. 3-0 now. You know what Ricardo's going to do here. We all know what Ricardo's going to do here. He actually was stepping out of the box for ball 4. So Ricardo is the winning run. He'll score or we'll have 3 outs. That will be how this game will complete itself. Teddy again with the electric unicorn, not swinging the bat that his grandparents bought him for his birthday. We'll talk about that. Or maybe Papa, if you're still watching, you want to send him a text and get an explanation about why we spent nearly a car payment on a piece of aluminum he's not going to use. So Ricardo now has to be wise on the bases, but almost certainly going to get a steal sign here. He's one of the quickest kids on the team. And he's over there bouncing around trying to draw a throw, I guess. I'm not sure what he's trying to be cute about. I don't have a lot of room for cute here. And there's throw over. And Ricardo gets himself picked off. And that is not at all what we needed, ladies and gentlemen. So with that, first Jackrabbit is erased. And looks like we're going to have a meeting at the mound here. Now, it looks like this is more of a strategy and situational baseball. Good teaching moment here for the coach for his players. 24 looks like he's going to hold on to the ball. And he does. Coach breaks from the mound. The boys all take their place back on the field, and Teddy will be in with a no count and 1 out now. Right center is wide open if he can put the ball out there, but again, not a lot of hard contact today from anybody. Teddy swings and misses on a 67-mile-an-hour fastball down the middle. From the windup. And the pitch. It's a shot to the second baseman. He's going to pick it up real easily, and he's going to throw over to Teddy, or throw over to first, and Teddy is out. And 2 up, 2 down for the Jackrabbits. Gianni is our last hope. Again, weak contact. All we've had today is weak contact. No off the ball is different here in Dodge City, Kansas, but nobody, barring Isai and Jack, has really done much to put a charge into the ball. And Gianni swings a 67-mile-an-hour fastball for strike 1. That ball's outside. And 24 centering himself there on the back of the mound. Now he climbs up to the top of the bump, feet on the rubber, and here comes the pitch. And Gianni's going to hit a little squibber, and that's going to be a fair ball and an out. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that will end the game. It's a tie. A disappointing result for the Jackrabbits, undoubtedly. Not what we expected, not what we wanted to start our tournament. Bravo for the A's to defend their home turf on this first opening game of the Dodge City Open USSSA 14UAA tourney. We'll be back at 9 a.m. Central, and I believe your A's will be back at, let me go look. I believe the A's are on at 12:30 tomorrow. So with that, on behalf of Jackrabbits Broadcasting, Vamos Liebres. We will see you in the morning, everybody.